And I know probably difficult to hear, but there was an audible click that came out of that regulator, and that means everything's pressurized. So again, it's depressing the safety. And then what I always like to do for the first time when the gun's cold, get a little gas flowing, and then fire the gun. Little gas, fire the gun. And again, 6 inches from the tip of the flame, it's 1100 degrees Fahrenheit. So when we now go and we're actually going to do the shrink wrapping, I always recommend you stay about 6 to 8 inches away from the film. And the analogy that I like to use, it's almost like spray painting a house. If you're going to spray paint your house with a spray gun, you're not going to keep that gun on one location of the house for too long because the paint's going to run. It's the same premise here. So when you're hitting the film, you're actually constantly moving left to right, up and down, making sure that you're not putting too much heat on one area of that film. And we'll go over that again when we actually do the live demo. So what we're going to do now is we're going to actually start doing some shrink wrapping here. The important things to remember, again, when you fire off the 998, it's 1100 degrees Fahrenheit, 6 inches from the tip of the flame. And this is a Transhield 7mm boat cover that we're going to actually shrink. And it's going to start changing properties, as I mentioned, at about 200, 215 degrees Fahrenheit. So when I'm hitting this film, I always like to come at an angle, because one of the things you have to be very much aware of is that velocity of that flame coming off of this combustor. So it's over 100 miles an hour. And so if you get directly in front of what you're shrink wrapping, like this, you're going to get the heat hitting and blowing right back in your face. So you always want to shrink wrap at an angle, always on the side, so that the flame is deflecting away from you. I never shrink wrap going backwards, because you just never know what's going to be behind you. So you always start and move forward, always walking ahead. I like to hold the hose so I'm not tripping over that. So those are the couple of the things that I always do when I'm shrink wrapping. I like to start at the bottom, do the complete perimeter of the boat first, make sure the entire belly band, perimeter band is done, and then I start in one section and work my way until I can't reach the top, and then I use one of the extensions to complete the project. And I'm going to keep this about 6 to 8 inches, and I'm going to just watch the film change its properties and slowly move back and forth.